Hello, Capricorn. This is your spiritual bestie, Ciara. I want to start by saying welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're not. Want to say this is a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If it doesn't resonate, try your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, okay? Let's get right into it. So this reading is a special reading. This is actually going to be the reading for the eclipse in Virgo. So there's an eclipse in Virgo taking place September 21st of this year. And I actually I did the eclipse in Pisces, which was back on the 7th of September. I did that reading. If you need a refresher, I would say go back and watch that reading, because I feel like I said in the previous reading, eclipses can be very transformative and informative, and they tend to link up, right? They usually tend to kind of like almost like you get some information one eclipse and then you get the resolution, or you get something, the next one. So anyway, let's get right into your reading for Capricorn. All right, I'm starting off with my Moonology deck. So we're actually going to get a message from here. We're going to get a couple of angel numbers, and then we're going to get right into some good tarot. Very end, I am going to read a message from the Moonology, okay? Just so you can get a breakdown of how it's going to go. All right, Spirit, give me some clarity for Capricorn. This is for the eclipse that is taking place in Virgo, September 21st. What's coming in for that eclipse for Capricorn? Okay. For Capricorn, what's coming in for that eclipse in Virgo on the 21st of September? Okay. Emotions are running high, super moon. All right, so you might be feeling very emotional at this time, Capricorn. You might be feeling extremely emotional, maybe even nervous. I'm definitely getting a little bit of like this energy of like maybe something happening, taking place, and you're just like a little on guard about it, right? Could be any type of situation. Like I said, there's so many of you. We all are going through different things and have different lives. So I'm sure not every situation is going to be the same. But there might be a situation that has really been plaguing your emotions. But I'm getting that there is this energy of resolve. Like even if you are emotional, I'm getting almost like but I have to make a decision. Like I have to move forward, which is good. I don't feel like you're going to stay at a standstill. Hopefully not. At least that's what I'm feeling. All right. For Capricorn, please, Spirit, for the eclipse in Virgo taking place September 21st, what do they need to know? What can they gain? What? Okay. All right. So the first one I got is 666. It says reflect, healing, empathy, self-discovery, compassion, awareness, inner peace. It says unexpected changes are on the horizon. Are on the horizon, challenging your thoughts and feelings. This is a prime opportunity to reassess your identity, embrace a mindset shift, opt for optimism, confidence, and trust. Listen to your intuition and understand your emotions are key to your growth and evolution. I kind of like that. Emotions are running high. Understanding your emotions are key to your growth and evolution. I really like that, actually. That's a great combo there that's happening, that's taking place. Okay. You also got 0303, taking chances. It says balance, caution, awareness, boundaries, health, communication, serenity, protection. It says take a moment to observe the people around you, your environment, your health. This is a gentle reminder to stay cautious and alert to prevent any future issues. Prioritize clear communication and maintain healthy boundaries to assure your well-being. I really, really like that. So those are a couple of messages that we're getting at this time for the eclipse that's coming in. I really like this, actually, Capricorn. I'm feeling very connected right now. It definitely feels like you know that things can't stay the same. You know what I'm saying? It feels very much like you know things can't stay the same. You know that you want more, that you got to get more, that you got to see more, seek more. And it feels very, very like, you know that you're going to have to start making some changes, maybe even putting your foot down about some things. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get some tarot for you. All right, can I please get some messages that's coming in for Capricorn for this upcoming eclipse that is taking place in Virgo? The eclipse in Virgo taking place September 21st. What does Capricorn need to know? What's coming in for them? Okay. Anything? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. One more, please. What else is coming in? Okay. Nine of Swords. And then I think what I want to do, I kind of want to do like one resolution card, but you know what? We'll make the bottom of the deck the resolution card. Put it right here. So it's the Four of Swords is the resolution card at this time. All right, so Capricorn, let's keep going. All right, so your first message is the Page of Swords, okay? So you got Page of Swords, Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. There's a lot to discuss here. Let's keep going. So Page of Swords in the tarot is, like I said, pages in the tarot are messengers. I'm sure you probably get tired of me saying it, baby. But it's true. They're messengers. Swords in the tarot is like communication, internal or external, right? So any form of communication, even if it's you talking to yourself, the way you think, the capacity, all of that is part of the sword type of energy. Now, Page of Swords, we need to clarify it. Page of Swords, though, can be a card of wanting to learn something new, right? Deep diving and going into research. But on the downside, Page of Swords can also be, well, let me say the good things first. So like I said, you could be deciding to deep dive, go into some research on something, or you could be receiving a message, also Page of Swords. You could be receiving a message of some sort regarding something that maybe has piqued your interest in the past. Now, the reason why I said there's one downside to the Page of Swords is that the Page of Swords can also be a triggered energy. And it also can be someone having an opinion without all the facts involved. You get what I'm saying? But let's clarify it for you to see what exactly this Page of Swords is. All right, what's this Page of Swords for Capricorn? Page of Swords. Okay, Queen of Wands. Okay. I like Queen of Wands, actually, with the Page of Swords. I don't mind that, actually. Bottom of the deck, though, you do got the Moon, which is all about fears and anxieties, things hidden from you, illusions, things of that nature. Now, the fact that oh no, parts are falling everywhere. Sorry, hold on, Capricorn. My setup is a little messy. Anyway, enough about me. Okay, so with the Queen of Wands, though, the Queen of Wands is like a zest for life. She is excited. She is bold, assertive. She's not afraid. She's like, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it and do that type of energy. But you know what I mean? She's like wanting to go out there and put herself out there. She wants to get a taste of life. She wants to explore life. And so with the Page of Swords here connected to it, it feels like, especially also with the Moon here, it feels like you're realizing that you don't want to feed into your fears and your anxieties anymore. You get what I'm saying? It feels like you're realizing you want to actually have more fun and be more bold and more assertive and take chances and take risks. You know what I mean? But I love that it's paired up with the Page of Swords, because like I said, the Page of Swords is a card of deep diving into information. So it's like you're realizing that you want something, and then you're researching and you're like, I'm going to learn everything I can about it. So like, let's say you get really into flowers, right? And you're like, you know what? I'm going to open up a flower shop, but how do I do that? Like, what all do I need to do? So then you're deep diving into all this information, and you know, how would I go about it, and da-da-da-da-da, and learning your flowers, and learning da-da-da, and then decide, you know, oh, there's a flower shop, I'm gonna go and, you know, try to be a part-timer or volunteer my time so I can get used to that energy of what a flower shop is like. You know what I mean? I like the ideal of you kind of just deep diving into something that really brings you a spark in life. So your second message at this time is the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords, sorry, you heard the car. So the Two of Swords is literally making a decision. It's a this and that type of thinking, but it also can be a card of third place solutions. But the thing is, in the original tarot, there are two swords, and the person who's holding the two swords, which the swords look hella long for like no reason, by the way, she's wearing a blindfold. So it's like, how can she make a decision if she's not seeing all of the options, all the visuals? You get what I mean? So there is a little bit of that blinded energy of this or that thinking, or feel like you have to make a specific choice, but there are more choices that you maybe don't see that might be better suited. Let's see. Why the Two of Swords for Capricorn? Okay. Ooh. Eight of Wands. I actually really like that. That's information coming in. Ooh, the World at the bottom. I like that too. Okay. So there's some information coming in. And the fact that you got the World, it feels like a new era approaching, a completion approaching, and it's coming in fast. And you know what? I'm almost getting like there is this energy of you might be feeling a little stuck or blind, right? I'm going to give you an example. So, let's say you are wanting to, like, let's say the flower shop, right? You're wanting to do it. You've done all the research. Now you're like, okay, forward movement. I made my completion. I have my money. I did my deposit. I got my building. But should I really do it? That's that Two of Swords energy. It's like, I got everything. I'm on the cusp of entering a new era, but do I really think that's a good idea? You're afraid to fall off the cliff. And the thing is, Capricorn, you're going to want to fall off the cliff. Like, you're going to want to embrace that new beginning. You're going to want to take that chance. Taking chances, yeah. And like, the thing is, like, don't get me wrong, of course, you got to be smart, right? But the thing is, if you've done your research and you're sure and you know this is a passion, don't be afraid to set off towards those adventures. I also feel like with that Eight of Wands, it could be news and information coming in that might lead to you needing to make a decision. I'm hearing like news from afar. So for some of you, you could have relatives in different countries, different states, reaching out and saying, hey, this is what's happening, you know, and I'm not sure what that dynamic would mean, but it definitely feels like it's a completion of something, right? Or a new era to something else, whatever the case may be. So you also got the Five of Pentacles here. Five of Pentacles, I don't like the Five of Pentacles. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've talked about it in a previous video, but Five of Pentacles, in the original tarot, there is people who are injured, someone's on crutches, they have on clothes that are barely covering them. And it's supposed to be a card of like showing someone who is, down on their luck, so to speak. But the thing is, they're walking past a chapel, a cathedral, you know what I mean? And the Hierophant is actually inside helping people and preaching to people and speaking the word to people. But they don't feel like they're good enough to go in to get out of the cold, to get help. So they stay outside treading through the snow and feeling less than. I don't like it because I feel like no one in the world should ever feel like they're less than. So I will say this, Capricorn, you deserve more. I hope you know. Let's clarify it. Why the Five of Pentacles for Capricorn? Okay. Oh, okay. I like that. Six of Pentacles. That's a progression. So I really like it, actually. Bottom of the deck, you got Lovers. Okay. Another six. So kind of matching this, actually. All right. So I like that there's a progression, right? Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. So I'm not worried anymore. The reason why is because Six of Pentacles is a card of balance, right? But it is a card of giving, receiving, sharing the wealth, generosity, like someone, charity or providing you relief, I'll even say. Could be even like a gift, someone helping you, wanted to give you money, wanted to, you know what I mean? So it's like Capricorn, I'm getting a little bit of someone wanting to help or do more by you or to give you more. But with that Five of Pentacles, I will say don't shoot yourself in your own foot. Because with that Five of Pentacles there, that is a card of feeling like you can't accept help or like you are not enough. Okay? You don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Accept, right? If it's coming from a genuine place of care and love, and the fact that we got the lovers here, I'm assuming it's coming from a genuine place of love. Don't turn it away. Okay? Do not turn it away. I definitely think someone wants to be of assistance to you. All right, last message here, you got the Nine of Swords, okay? Nine of Swords is that, I don't like the Nine of Swords either. It's a never-ending nightmare. Like, it's literally sitting there and having this nightmare over and over and over again and not being able to get out of it. It's a never-ending cycle of pain, sorrow, and all the night terrors that we do not like. And it's feeling a bit hopeless, like you can't get out of something. Well, let's clarify it. Why the Nine of Swords for Capricorn? Why is this Nine of Swords here? Okay. Page of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. Another page. Wow. So we started with the Page of Swords and we ended with the Page of Swords. Oh, wow. Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Your emotions are powerful. Well, we did say that. Emotions running high, connecting with your emotions, reflecting your emotions. Queen of Cups reflects on her emotions. She is all about compassion and healing and using her intuition and care and stability. She is emotionally stable. You know what I'm saying? And she uses her emotions to find the best solution. So let's see. I'm just thinking out loud, Capricorn, so don't mind me. Just thinking out loud, y'all. Okay, so with that Page of Swords, though, and the Nine of Swords, you might be having a hard time making a decision on something. Especially because it's matched up with that Page of Swords that's in the beginning with the Queen of Wands, right? I will say, if that Queen of Wands, Page of Swords isn't you and it's someone else, and someone's reaching out a hand or extending an offer to you, you might be feeling stressed about whether or not that offer is something you would like to take. But it feels very genuine, especially because we got the Queen of Cups here. We actually don't have any negative people cards. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. Those are both very sweet energies, Capricorn. Wow. Don't be afraid to take the leap of faith and take the chance and take the new opportunity. It's there if you want it, okay? But you have to allow yourself to receive it. You know, Four of Swords is that resolution card for all of this. Four of Swords, that's what I wanted to talk about, actually. Four of Swords is a card of rest and rejuvenation. It is rest, relax, rejuvenation. It is, it's like a recharge, so to speak. It is right after the card of the Three of Swords. But it is a card of healing, and it is a card of regeneration. And it is a card of recharging, starting up, you know, allowing yourself to be restful so you can be able to be productive. But you know what? In the original tarot, there's a person laying on the bed, right? And there's four swords, and in the stained glass window behind it, there's a person doing the symbol for blessing someone, which means that you're being blessed. You're being received blessings while you rest and recuperate. You're receiving healing. So I will say this, especially with this Queen of Cups, which is also a delicious healing card. Your emotions are very powerful at this time, Capricorn, but I will say do not let yourself be overswayed by your emotions. Reflect on your emotions. Reflect on how you feel. Rest when you need to rest. Hide yourself away when you need to have some moments to yourself. Right now is a very important time and a very emotional time. Not everybody needs to be around you or in your energy unless you feel safe around them, okay? I will say that. If you feel safe around them, then, ignore me. But if you feel like you need space, please don't push yourself, because I feel like right now is such a detrimental time for you. And this is why I say that. Because you're so connected right now to your emotions and your passions. And there is this energy of like, something's tugging at you on the inside is what I'm trying to say, Capricorn. I speak in metaphors, so if it makes sense, I hope it does. But if it don't, I'm sorry. But basically, something is going to really be tugging at you to propel you forward on the inside. And to allow yourself to let go of the fears and anxieties to propel yourself towards Queen of Wands, energy of zest for life, Queen of Cups, excitement, healing, softness, love, compassion. But the reason why I say to hide yourself away if you don't trust someone is because your emotions are so peak right now, it's very easy also for someone to want to come in and trigger you. I'm not saying you ain't able to counter it. You can. I just want you to be aware that because you're in such an emotional state, make sure you're really taking care of yourself and you're not wasting energy on people who don't deserve your time or your energy. That is all I'm trying to say. That's it. That's all. I just love and I care, and I want to see everybody happy and succeeding and feeling safe. All right, so now I just got one more thing left. I will go ahead and read the Oracle from the Moonology deck, and that'll be the end of this reading for you, Capricorn. All right, so it says, this card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is written large like a silver full moon setting against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or a relationship, the key is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it is under your nose. What? This card is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and positive outcome when this card comes up, Capricorn. But you may find that there's a lot of emotions to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around you, whatever you're asking about, don't come along every day. So take action. Success is close. I just must trust. I like that. Okay, perfect. This was a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed this, Capricorn. I hope you enjoy your eclipse in Virgo. If you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. My loves, let me know how you feel. But other than that, I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye-bye.